All right. Welcome, everybody. How's everyone doing this morning? Maybe one more time. How's everybody doing this morning? Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Well, thank everybody for coming out. I know it's a bit of a intense conference month for insurance with ITC and GIA and everything going on. So I appreciate that the conference fatigue has not fully set in, and I'm excited everybody's here today. We're calling this Insurance Back to the Future. And there was a reason for that. We wanted to take a look at some of the traditional insurance lines that really founded this industry. Things like farming and agriculture, catastrophe, marine insurance. Because we focus a lot on the more obvious lines, right? Mobility, auto, the life insurance side, the housing market. But we see an incredible amount of opportunity as it relates to insurance, looking at adjacent technologies in adjacent industries. An interesting stat, you guys kind of know how our process works, but we have an accelerator that has a lot of filtering. We start off with 1,000 companies roughly. We send out a list of 150. We narrow it down to 60 through voting with our partners, and then we have them present, and our partners vote again, and then 35 companies are selected into the batch. Now, in our Batch 5 program, we had 32 companies accepted. Now, again, these were voted in by the innovation champions at insurance companies globally, and they're all very insurance-focused startup companies. However, 28 of the 32 startup companies in our InsurTech batch were selling their software to other industries. So if the insurance industry is saying these are the technologies that are most important to us, and they're voted in by 90 different carriers who are all involved, right? Then why are these companies selling their software in adjacent industries? At Plug and Play, we have 16 different verticals here, things like IoT, mobility, fintech, supply chain. And what we're doing now with our Playbook platform and the digital infrastructures, we're starting to find that there's a lot of similarities in the requests and the problems that corporates are facing. So when we say insurance back to the future, we're looking back at the traditional lines, but what does it mean in the future of these product lines? And we think that the future has a lot more to do with the industries that those insurance products are covering. An example would be Maersk. If the supply chain is looking at developing IoT sensors on the containers, right? A small sensor that could tell you the temperature, if it's been exposed to light, where it is at any given moment, who has custody over that device, right? Has it been rocked? Has it been exposed, right? That is your underwriting data. That is your risk mitigation device. That is your customer engagement. That's even your automated claim. It starts to sound a hell of a lot more like insurance technology than it does even supply chain technology at that point. So the question is, how much of this is really going on in the world? Well, insurance covers all risks, right? And with change comes risk. And as technology is coming into all these different industries, and they're changing the data that we're using, especially the volume, how we're running the analytics, how we're serving the customer, well, that's exactly what we have to start looking at in the insurance industry. When the light bulb was invented, it's an incredible invention, right? Everybody thinks about the light bulb. Literally, it's the icon that we use, right? But putting electricity in buildings haphazardly was a massive risk, right? Burning houses down, killing lives. When the insurance industry started saying, we're only going to insure houses that have these AC/DC standards, that technology became mass adoptable, right? So insurance has always been the conduit of innovation, making it safe, making it scalable. And this is happening in every industry continuously. So it's our job and our moral obligation as insurers to start paying attention to what's going on in these industries, looking at this technology, understanding the implications to us, and how can we be more involved, right? Because at the end of the day, we can serve the consumer a much better product that is more service-oriented and aligned with their actual risks and day-to-day behaviors. And in the back end, we can handle transferring the customer, the services, the payment. That's all fine. So we have the opportunity to collaborate in a more profitable manner, providing a better service, and it's all over the technology that both industries are looking at independently. How many people here are interested in cyber insurance? It's pretty top of mind. How many people, so keep your hands up if you're interested in cyber insurance. All right. Now put your hands down if you have not been to a cybersecurity conference. All right. So this is something that we see a lot. There are not a ton of people in the insurance industry who are aggressively looking at the technologies in adjacent industries, even though it has massive applicability. So what we're doing here today is we're looking at insurance, but through the lens of the technology that's being developed at our adjacent programs. Our programs like supply chain, our IoT program, or our food and agriculture program, they're all dealing with the same risks, technology, and consumers that we are. So today, our focus is going a little bit outside the box, looking at technology that we might not see at a typical insurance conference, but understanding that that's where our expertise is. That's what we get to bring to the table, the insurance side. And cross-pollinating and learning how these can be applied can open up entire new business models, entire new product lines, entire new revenue opportunities, in a collaborative way that could actually be really low risk. So I want to thank everybody for coming out today. I know this is going to be a little bit non-traditional from our other events, but going forward at Plug and Play, we're really excited about being more collaborative across the industries. All right, we're very eager to hear from you guys what's top of mind and how we can make introductions to players that you might not have been normally talking to figure out the problems that we're solving today. So with that, where I get things started, I will talk all day, and I know you guys know that, so I'll pass this off as soon as I can. But again, I want to give a huge thank you for everybody who came out. I know it has been a very conference-heavy month, but hopefully we'll find some new stuff here today that will pique everybody's interest.